Okay, I can't tell you how excited I am about this. On Rick's Bike Flips today, we have got a Ribble HT 725 unboxing video. So I've been waiting for this bike for so long. Let's get cracking. Start with the cutting the box open straight away. It's going to take some time. So let's have a look inside the box. Right, be super careful when you open it. There's some really vicious like staples in the side there. Just going to fold this down. Okay, so here we are. Look at that. This is a steel hardtail bike. I've gone for the Enthusiast Build, which is sort of the mid spec. Look at that. That is some seriously chunky rubber. These are 27.5, 2.6 inch tyres on there, almost fat bike territory, but that's what all the cool kids are riding these days. Maxxis Minions. Oh man, I'm so excited to get on this thing. So now we've taken the main wrapping off of it, let's have a closer look. Got 150mm RockShox Revelation there, all internal cables, really nice decent welds by the looks of things. Got a lot of gusseting, give it a lot of strength. Got some machine parts down here, threaded bottom bracket. So now we've got all the packaging off, it looks like the only things we need to really do here is just attach the bars, straightforward enough, and then drop the wheels in. We've got the through axle there. So I'm not really used to using through axle, but it's pretty straightforward. I've seen some friends bikes have got through axles, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes on. But there we go, there's the bike in all its glory. And there's this little bag that comes with it. Got some RockShox instructions, stickers, wheel stickers. See how those go on later. And there's your through axle ready to go. Okay, let's stick it in the stand and put it together. Right, we've now got the bike in the stand. Let's get the last little bits on. Okay, got to put the handlebars on. This should be straightforward enough. The front plate here comes off completely, which is what most of them have these days. And we just lift the handlebars into place. Obviously, make sure they're the right way up. And then we just screw the faceplate back on there. Right, so now the faceplate's on and the bolts are in. Just torquing these up gently, one at a time like this. If you do one up really tight, then it can tend to sit a little bit skew-if. And the graphics on the front are quite handy for just checking the bars aligned. I'm not 100% sure that's exactly where I want the bars to be. I'll have to have a little bit of a ride and see if I want to, pull them forwards or backwards a little bit. Also, they're very long bars here, very wide. And a lot of people will cut them down a bit. As standard, they're obviously going to come very wide. Quite easy to cut bars down if you want, but I'll ride it a few times first and see if that's working for me. Just perhaps take a little bit off the end just to bring them in, just because they are that much wider, and you do want to actually make sure you can fit between the trees when you're riding the thing. Right, this is the remote dropper lever here. So let's press this. There we are, nice action, looking good. Okay, let's go with this wheel now. Very kindly, they've given me some free air in the tyres. For some reason, the tyres are pumped up already, but that suits me fine. They should just go in like that. Let's make sure the disc lines up with the caliper. Okay, just push it in, screw it into place. Yeah, I'm not happy with the position of that. I'll just fidget that around a little bit, but I think I'm going to need two hands to do that. There we go, bike's all in one piece. Easy, had everything I needed in the box, apart from pedals. But I thought ahead on this one, and I've got myself some pedals in the garage ready to go. I've gone for the old classics, DMR V8s. Really nice, virtually indestructible pedals. just gone forever, and they're pretty cheap as well. Are a lot heavier than I remember, but let's give them a go anyway. Okay, rather kindly, they have actually greased the threads already for these pedals. It's worth noting that the pedal on the right hand side of the bike, while you look at it, has normal thread and just screws in righty-tighty the way you'd expect. I'll torque that properly in a minute, just screwing it in roughly for now. And the left hand thread is opposite thread, so that screws in the other way. So it's got a little L marked on the pedal there, so don't forget when you screw your pedals in, this one, the left pedal, screws in the other way. To make sure the pedals are fully tightened, you can either use pedal spanner on that side, or you can use an Allen key on this side, which is what I'm going to go for. Oh, that's the wrong way, of course, remember. Thread goes, no it doesn't, it goes that way. It's very easy to get confused which way the thread goes when you're looking at the bike from different sides. Just torque that up a bit. There we are. Now we've got the pedals on, let's have a closer look at the drivetrain. So it's SRAM NX all the way through, 1x12 gearing, and we've got 32 tooth on the front and 50 on the back, which is just insane. I've never ridden a bike with a 50 tooth cassette on the back, so let's see how that goes. I'll just have a little bit of a spin round with the cranks and just check everything seems to be roughly aligned. Yep. And then I'll get the bike off the stand and go through the gears gently. The second I got the bike off the stand, I realised I didn't have the handlebars exactly where I wanted. They're still not necessarily quite right, but they're the brake levers and the gear levers are at least in the right position now. I think I want the rise a little bit further forward still, but we'll test that out in a second. One thing you need to be aware of when you buy one of these bikes, 2.6-inch tyres. They don't fit in a standard bike rack, so we're going to have to work out a plan B for this. Right, a few little bits of extra observations I've made. We've got the 650B wheels, which are apparently tubeless ready, wheels and tyres, although I think they come installed with inner tubes, which suits me for the moment because I've not done much in the way of tubeless tyre installation. Happy with inner tubes for the moment. We've got loads of little braces on the frame here and here. There's some custom machine parts, such as here and round here. And weirdly, look, we appear to have mounting points for racks, which is crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all. So I guess if you really, really wanted to, you could install racks on this bike. We've got some mounting points for bottle or tool cage. Another bottle cage there. Internally routed cables all round. Some extra little bits of reinforcement around there as well. I've gone for the gold colour scheme, but you know, you could get that in a number of different colours. To suit your taste. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but you can have baby blue and pink and all sorts if you wanted to. Okay, gone up and down the gears a few times and it just feels so good. The gears are set up perfectly, didn't need to adjust them at all, and I think we're good to go. Definitely a very wide stance. As I said, the bike I ordered was a large. Ribble actually recommended a medium, but I think large was the right choice for me. I like my bikes a little bit on the big side. This bike is apparently suitable for people over 6 foot, and I'm not quite 6 foot, but it seems like a pretty good fit to me. So depending on how you like your bikes, whether you like them big or small, whether you like to chuck them around or not, you might want a different size. Let's give it a last little look round. Now we're out in the sunshine. So there you go, that's the Ribble HT 725. Can't wait to get it out on some trails. At the moment we're still in the lockdown situation, so I can't take it too far away from home. But the second we can get this out to Swinley or somewhere like that, I'll show you what it can do when you've got a few berms and jumps thrown in. But yeah, overall great looking bike. Put it together super easy, took me just over an hour to do all that. Could have probably done it quicker if I wasn't mucking around with the camera. I think it's nice, simple, and everything was adjusted correctly. Straight out of the box, everything you needed is there. So, hopefully next video will be a little bit of riding action.